Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this tree clip art, and they evidently want to make a heart shape. I've already done it. I'm not 100% sure if I'm happy with it, but it is what they're asking for. They were having some trouble with well, first of all, this is a bitmap. It's not going to work. You have to have a vector file, so we're going to trace it. Outline trace clip art. What I use 99% of the time, but I'm going to group by color. Then say okay. And it happens so fast, you're not for sure if it grouped it by color, but we can go to click on it, go up to object, group, and ungroup it, and grab the brown and hit delete. And look, it deleted all the brown dots. So whether you want them or not, or you're going to turn them green, and at that time you could probably take all these other lime green and change the color because we did it by color. So whatever you think you want, the tree to look like, you can change those colors at that time. Hopefully they're printers, so they're using CMYK, so they've got more variations of green. We're going to go with that right there. Now, this is where they're having problems. Well, they didn't get this far. Control G to group all that together. And then get in a heart. Go to your basic shape or your common shapes in later versions of Corel. And I'm actually going to maybe make this one a little fatter of a heart. And you can't get the entire tree in there. You need to get the entire leaf structure in there, but you can't get the trunk in there. And we're going to show a way to do that. And if we take this and intersect it, we might or might not work. And it worked. Now, how do I get the trunk part? Well, we can do this right here. We can left click, no fill, right click and outline, take our smart fill tool, and I'm probably not going to have that brown, so I'm just going to pick a brown and then nudge it over. Now you can see it's a different brown, but very easily, and I think I like it. I think it looks pretty good. Take the color eyedropper tool and grab that color and pour it in there. Now you still have a line like we've had for a couple of videos, even today. But if I don't think we can, I'm not sure we can break it apart. Yeah, we can ungroup it. We can grab the trunk, as you can see, and then shift select the other trunk and weld it. Now we won't have that line. That's a pretty good reason to trace. And I just started tracing and grouping by colors because I used to do it and then I forgot about it and then somebody turned me on to it. Now, let's say you want the limbs to be a little not so hard on the outside of the cross, the tree, the heart. You could play with your limbs and still continue. Now, we've taken some of the leaves and cut them in half. So you could either leave them or you could make them look more like leaves. It's not going to change the shape of the heart. Like this right here, we don't need that limb. Select those two nodes and delete, select those two nodes and right click and turn it into a line. And then maybe at that time even break that line. So make your limbs look a little bit better. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know what their plan from here is out, and you could actually probably still, it looks really symmetrical. At this time, you could add leaves. You could put another leaf here, just take and fill up leaves, make it smaller. It's really symmetrical. Whoever drew this drew it almost symmetrically at the first time. But if you don't like that round dot, just delete it and put some leaves in there. And then at this time you could get them, probably closer to the tree, make it look more like that, and just hit I would not use the Control D at this time because if we go Control D right now and move this leaf up here, and then maybe turn it, if we hit Control D again, it put a leaf way up here. And we don't want that. So in this case, you want to use the just the plus sign on your keyboard. And then maybe these little bitty leaves, just delete them. You know, or add to them or delete them if they're so small, like right there. That might even be something on my screen. And it is. And at this time, well, there's a small one. But you could, if you pick it, you can delete it. If you shape tool it, you can delete it. But you can also, with the shape tool, you can conform it to at least look like a leaf. And, you know, even if there's some leaves that don't look like leaves, you could click on their nodes and delete them and make a little rounder leaf. You know, there's two leaves on top of each other. You know, move them. Or keep them together. I think that looks, if we put a few more leaves, you know, at the bottom, and in this case, maybe grab a leaf from the other side of the page that's a different color and, you know, put it around a couple of places. Anyway, I think that looks pretty good. I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.